Seriously though, I mean, it's like Zone of Enders. The cockpit was literally the cock. No other way around it. Metal Gear Philanthropist, or however you want to say the name. I just call it Saul. Metal Gear Sal, we'll call it. Good old, yeah, we'll call him that. Yeah, it's got a Gatling gun for genitals too. It seems to be like a trend that Kojima started to go on. I don't know why he did it, but he did. But he won't be doing that anymore, at least in a Metal Gear Solid game. But we'll see what he does for Death Stranding when it eventually comes out. Hello, Nimix. Hello, Friendly Tiger. Welcome back again. Let's get back to grinding up the game. Metal Gear Solid 5. Ground Zeroes. So, I played a game today. And it's easy to tell what it is, because I got a nastygram from EA for streaming it for 5 minutes earlier today. Just the simple logging on screen, just to make sure everything was set up correctly. If you don't know what game it is, just subtract 2 words from United States Anthem, and you can probably figure it out. Once again, like I said, so take 2 words away from United States Anthem, and you might know what it is I'm talking about. Surprisingly, I mean, it looks really good on PC. I thought it was pretty good. However, even in this very early state, it is closest analog to it would be Destiny. I mean, it's very, very close to Destiny. So, yeah, I know I made it the puzzle really, really hard, Friendly Tiger. I'd be very shocked if anybody could get it. I mean, because, I mean, with a clue like that about anything what it could be, I mean, it's very hard. I mean, you're close, but I can't really disclose it, but the game plays a lot like Destiny, except for it's third person. You can aim. Holy crap, that's too loud in my ears. Forgot to turn down the volume. There we go. Whoa, that was ear-shattering. So, it plays an awful lot like Destiny, except for it's not first-person view. It's third person. You do a lot of flying around, which is kind of neat. The controls are kind of wonky, but I mean, it's still very early alpha, so I'm not surprised by that. They have plenty of time to fix things up. But it was actually pretty stable. I didn't have a crash or anything like that. It seemed like it was uncapped frame rate, so it would be anywhere from 30 to 60. And I was playing on medium settings on the PC, so it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's going to be interesting when it comes out. I'm not going to buy it. But I was looking for bugs and things like that, and I really couldn't find any early on. I was doing all sorts of weird stuff, testing them out, running into walls, and so forth. Ooh, Mother Base coins. I will take those. Except for so far with the game that is not named, or I should call it redacted. It looks like they're fixing the problem with Destiny where it's like, if you're not, it's all like online, you have to be online for things to spawn. It looks like this might actually be somewhat offline too, which would be a very good improvement. Because I am not a fan of games where you have to be connected online, or if the servers go down, then the game's dead.
Please select
like Destiny 1, I know is definitely going to be that way. There's no way around it that when the servers go down for that game, you're not going to be able to play it anymore. Let's give him a fighting chance.
Unit dispatched.
Let's see, helmets, and then decoys, shotguns, machine guns. Let's go for helmets. Helmets are a pain in the butt. I like being able to shoot people in the head.
Unit dispatched.
It sounds horrible, but it's it's the straight off truth. You need to be able to shoot people in the head with a tranquilizer dart in order to take them out. And helmets have this weird hitbox on them, where you can aim for the chin, and sometimes they'll still register that you hit them in the helmet, and it'll just ping off them. So, okay. So last time on stream, did a very long mission for the game, rescued some children and soldiers. They're now back at Mother Base. They're never going to be utilized again, except for fodder to be murdered. Be it by Liquid Snake, aka Eli, when I finally get him. And I finally unlocked the Legendary Gunsmith, so that's awesome. So now I can slightly modify my weapons, add in silencers, and now I have a suppressed sniper rifle, which is for tranquilizing, which is excellent. Gives me another tool to use, so I am happy about that, finally getting it done. So, this stream I'll probably do a couple more side missions, also going to doing some main missions too.
Project.
Let's get this developed. Sawed-off shotguns. I really don't use shotguns, but like I said, these things all are useful that they have different scopes on them that you can utilize for other things. Rocket arm is kind of fun. You literally shoot your arm off at people and you can control it. So I'll develop that for fun. It'll be interesting. Let's see what else we got. Level 1 suppressors. I really need something with level 2 suppressor. Level 2 suppressors when you're able to get probably around 60 to 70 rounds through a suppressor before it breaks. So it's really good to have. Another banana clip. Whenever I see Bullhorn, I always think of Black Dynamite. If you are a fan of blaxploitation films, watch Black Dynamite. It is hilarious. Blaxploitation films, if you don't know what those are, just to clarify, they were films aimed at the African American market in the 70s, and they were notoriously known for low production values, which is what most of the charm was of those movies. Like you'd see what was it? Dolomite was a really good example. Like you'd see a shot there where they're having a conversation, and all of a sudden you see the boom mic in frame. People would flub their lines and they'd keep going because they didn't have enough money to do another take. And Black Dynamite is a modern movie shot to look and resemble one of those movies from the 70s, and it nails it absolutely. It was funny because when they went to pitch the movie to the studio to back it out and say, hey, we want to make a movie like this, the guy that they pitched it to, he's like, why are you showing me this movie from the 70s? He's like, no, we just shot that last week. It's like, well, okay, you guys, you have your funding, you're set. So they pulled off quite well. Let's see, how many of these can I sell? Just 2. Okay. Walker gears, I really don't want to sell these. These are kind of hard to get. For now, at least, until later on in the game, but let's head off and do some... Let's see what the next mission is.
Select a mission.
This one's not too bad. I think I have... Pretty sure I have the ability to do sleeping gas strikes. Which, if that's true, then this is not too difficult to
We have
complete.
a new assignment. Eliminate the commander of Rogue Coyote, one of the PFs operating in Africa. The target is simply the Major to his men. That's his rank from his army days. Instead of your typical boots-on-the-ground work, he's more of a job broker and a recruiter. And apparently he also runs a little espionage operation on the side. Which could explain why he's picked up a long list of enemies. I don't like getting involved in a PF pissing match any more than you do. There's another reason we took this job. Recently, this guy's been talking about dealing in nuclear arms. Think back to the shipment that Cypher was having ZRS transport. If we put the squeeze on this Major, we might come out of it with some new intel on Cypher.
Okie dokie then.
Mission accepted.
So let's see. I'm trying to remember where he ends up. Ah, gosh. Let's see if I can... So Tutani Abandoned Village. It's a no-go. They start here. This is another mission where you end up tailing everybody forever, if I remember correctly. And I think they end up right around here. So I'm actually going to drop it at this point and just basically head up over to this point.
Heading to
I'll know it
Central
when I see it.
Africa.
It's one of those weird missions. I can't remember exactly where it is on the map, but I have seen it before. Take out D-Horse on this mission. We don't need the battle dress, I just want to see what it looks like. Look at my horse is amazing. Yeah, so we're gonna go normal. Actually, let me back out. I think I can customize the horse now. Let me take a look at that real quick. Customize... Buddy equipment? No, I can't do it just yet. So one of the things you can do a little bit later on is you can actually customize your buddies themselves, like D-Dog and the horse. You can change their color. For D-Dog, you can actually give him a fake eye. You can change the color. Like on the PC version, he looks more like a wolf.
Please select a mission. Mission
Let's drop
accepted.
in here.
Heading to Central Africa.
No. Select equipment. Still good. That's fine. Support weapons. What do I have? I'm not going to need C4 on this. So I got stun grenades. Could really use sleep grenades, but I don't have those yet.
Deploying.
Okay, so I'm going to drop in and run to the east. Like I said, if memory serves me correctly, and we all know how great my memory is, not really, they should be eventually ending up there. So they can take this huge long ride. This is another, like, go here, listen to them, go here, listen to that type mission. All you need to do is basically wait for the last minute. But then he tends to be surrounded by a lot of, like, armored people, like a lot of people in, like, the riot suits. So you have to have, like, a high-powered weapon that knock their helmet off, or you can run up and punch them, which is very risky, because they tend to have machine guns, and they tend to be pretty accurate.
The objective is to eliminate the PF commander they call the Major. One of the Major's subordinates working undercover with the CFA is due to make contact with him. Check his current location on your iDroid. Follow him, and he should lead you right to the Major.
So you may remember, like, gosh, coming up on like almost 30 years ago, there was a movie called Major Payne. And a friend of mine, his dad was a major, and his last name was Payne. So I'm like, so what do you think about that movie? He's like, I hate it. He's like, I hate that movie because everyone calls me like Major Payne, makes references to it. Hey, Final Fantasy 15, that's not too bad. That game got a lot better with all the patches they put into it. Because, I mean, it launched unfinished, and it was known to be unfinished, because they were showing off demos about all these crazy things you're going to be able to do, like switch over to play as different characters in your group, in your boy band. And then none of that happened. So then, like, after the year after it came out or so, all these patches came in putting the things finishing the game. So it's not bad at that point. Like I said, it definitely improved. So let's head over to that marker. It's not a bad game. I have it on the PlayStation 4. I also have it on PC. But it is stupidly large, especially on PC. I'm not sure which one you have it for, Friendly Tiger, but like PC also has the option to do 4K textures, which is absurdly huge. Like the game itself is, I think, about 60 or 70 gigabytes, I want to say, and then the 4K textures are like another 60. Oh, you also had asked me the other day, like, if I was going to stream Just Cause 4, and I said no. Still no. The game is a horribly broken mess on PC. So, it has been cracked, however. The protection for it has been stripped out. They stripped the Nuvo off that in, like, probably about 4 or 5 hours. It was, like, record speed. Okay, so I think they come up through here. Snake, what are you doing? Okay, so yes, this is where they end up. So I need to go back over here for a little bit. Okay, getting for PlayStation 4. Yes, it's Major Boy.
Looks like the man due to meet with our target has started moving east. Stay on him.
The map has been updated.
How does this ridge go? I remember, like, running up on it.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
So I take it then you were probably getting like
Enemy
the Royal
analysis
Edition, I think it's
complete.
called. It has all the
Map
DLCs included.
analysis complete.
Because if not, it's just like it's a huge money sink.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Yeah, so Major Payne was a movie, to circle back to that I liked as a kid. And then I watched it like a couple years later as an adult. I'm like, oh, this movie did not age well. It's kind of like as a kid, like I liked Thundercats and Transformers, and then you watch them as an adult, you're like, wow, these were really kid shows, and I don't know how my parents sat through me watching this.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Yeah, I think I probably haven't seen it in like almost 20 years. I think it was before 2000 last time I saw it.
Where he's meeting the target.
Alright, so I know he's coming back up over here. I am pretty sure of it. I just can't remember how I got up to the mounting point to where I need to be, so I'll just take the long way in. Oh, that's where it was. Oh.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
There they are. See, they're getting ready for the meeting, so I am in the right place. So let's check and see where that is on the radar. Okay, so I wasn't too far off. Ooh, that's very rare. I have to circle back and get that, but... Okay, so if I boff the mission, it's right here on this ridge. Okay.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
That's the
map
target.
has been
Switched
updated.
vehicles, huh? You don't think he spotted you?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Yeah, there's no way you could have spotted me, dude. I'm fine, Ocelot. I got this. So what to do is the guy's going to eventually show up. They're going to walk down to like right about here and have their little conversation. Then everyone's going to get ready to go and leave. And I think I just need to knock him out and extract him. Let's see. Or eliminate him. So you can either time a bombardment strike, which I might do, or I can just try to frag him out. So I think a checkpoint arrives, you know, checkpoint happens when he gets here. So if I screw it up, I'll be set. I also have a lot of stun grenades, so that could work too. Oh, hey, my friend Patrick's streaming. He doesn't stream too often, so it's pretty cool to see him do that. I think the last time he was streaming, he was playing the Mega Man games, like Mega Man X. The Mega Man X collection, actually, that came out not too long ago. Okay, the game is messing with my controls for crawling. There we go. He's playing Tetris Effect. Okay, cool.
Development complete.
Ek is gereed om terugvoering te gee, majoor.
Ek gee my net die breedtrekker.
Die CFA kon nog nie vasstel hoe die huursoldate in Wallawamasa gesterf het nie. Al wat hulle kon kry was die plaaslike bevolking wat praat oor bose geeste.
Dis net so hulle is.
Aha. Maar daar is gerugte dat jy die job van die hand gewys het omdat jy geweet het van die siekte. En nou is iemand besig om 'n vergeldingssquad saam te stel.
Van alle dinge. En ek maak soms my hande vuil. Maar ek's 'n engel in vergelyking met sommige van hierdie bliksems. Slawehandel. Reg onder hulle neuse en hulle wil my vervolg.
Maar ek's nie 'n voortrekker nie, maar jy's heeltemal reg. Nie een van ons verdien 'n prys op sy kop.
In elk geval, sê die res in 'n geskrewe verslag. Wat meer belangrik is jou volgende taak. ZRS probeer 'n ou man om die lewe bring. Dit het iets te doen met kernwapen. Maar ek het geen idee wie die ou man is nie.
Ek verstaan. Ek sal dit ondersoek. En kernwapens te ondersoek is, wel, dis 'n baie gevaarlike pad om te loop.
Ja, ek weet nie. Kan wees wat hierdie plek nodig het. Ek die skrik maak tussen die lande. Kan baie bloedvergieting stop.
Jy dink Mobutu en die res sal die sin daarvan kan insien.
Maar miskien het hulle planne om die groot koppe ook gelukkig te hou. Vir nou, vind uit waarmee ZRS besig is.
Ek begryp, meneer.
Mission info has been updated.
Well, everything's going sideways. Everyone dies. So, let's do it the other way. Bombardment. So unfortunately, like, stun grenades are not that strong right now, so they don't have that good of a timer and they're not that
We
effective.
have no fix on the target. Not even a predicted field of movement.
Alright, let's
All
see.
we have to go on
So
is
we
this
need to
meeting
get up.
with his subordinate.
Yeah, where they are.
Remember,
Cool.
this guy will call the meeting
Marker.
off if he thinks he's being tailed.
Marker placed.
You got to do everything you can to stay out of sight.
You have arrived at your destination.
Those plants are very rare, very small quantities, so if you have the chance to pick one up, definitely do it. If you ever play this game. Everyone's there and having the meeting already?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That's an enemy gunship. A single
Marker
burst from his
placed.
machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
I need to back up just a little bit. So what are my options for airstrikes? Fire support. Okay, so I do have sleeping gas. That's awesome.
Please select a strike point.
Switched vehicles, huh? You don't think he spotted you?
The map has been updated.
So now we're gonna wait for the time to come up, so I'll probably try a sleeping gas attack, which usually is pretty effective. It does tend to stay around a little bit too, so if people like go running into it, they will also pass out, but the same applies for you. so you have to be really careful. Alright, so let's take the marker off of whoever's on B. I just need it on D for reference for the map, or where to call them the strike. I'm getting dangerously close. I wouldn't do that if I wouldn't get this close if it was an airstrike, like for normal bombardment. But I'm going to be using a sleeping gas instead, so I should be hopefully within audible range to hear their conversation, get the bonus. That's the theory, at least. You know, as we know, many things work in theory. S rank, sweet.
Development project has been added. Please specify project.
Why does it take 36 minutes to research how to build a better water pistol?
Ek is gereed om terugvoering te gee, Major.
Okay, good. I can still hear him.
CFA
Perfect.
kon nog nie vasstel hoe die huursoldate in
Fire
Guadalajara
support,
gesterf
sleeping
het.
gas.
Al wat hulle
Please
kon
select
kry
a
is die
strike
plaaslike
point.
bevolking wat praat oor bose geeste.
Dis net so is.
Aha. Maar daar is gerugte dat jy die job van die hand gewys het omdat jy geweet het van die siekte. En nou is iemand besig om 'n vergeldingssquad saam te stel.
Van alle dinge. En ek maak soms my hande vuil. Maar ek's 'n engel in vergelyking met sommige van hierdie bliksems. Slawehandel. Reg onder hulle neuse en hulle wil my vervolg.
Maar ek's nie 'n voortrekker nie, maar jy's heeltemal reg. Nie een van ons verdien 'n prys op sy kop.
In elk geval, sê die res in 'n geskrewe verslag. Wat meer belangrik is jou volgende taak. ZRS probeer 'n ou man om die lewe bring. Dit het iets te doen met
Well, the mission's right now, so
kernbom. Maar ek
I need to time it just right. Oh yeah, the water gun mission is coming up, which is why I'm dumping money into researching it.
Kernwapens te ondersoek is, wel,
I think it's about another 2 missions or so.
Ek weet nie. Kan mens wat hierdie plek nodig het. Die skrik maak tussen die lande. Dan baie bloedvergieting stop.
jy dink Mobutu, en die res sal die sin daarvan kan insien.
Maar miskien het hulle planne om die groot koppe ook gelukkig te hou. Vir nou, vind uit waarmee ZRS besig is.
Ek begryp.
Strike requested. Strike will commence shortly. Has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Drifter's in.
Mission order has been
Hardly looks like
updated.
the treasure trove of intel we were hoping for. Well, whatever. Exfiltrate the hot zone and RTB.
Caution, rain approaching.
Not rain.
Exfiltrated hot zone.
You're out of
Yeah, the hot zone is like ridiculously quick, right next to where the mission ends. I only had to kill one guy. The other ones were slowly bleeding out, but
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
sleep grenades finally. So now I get the sleep grenades after they would have been really helpful right there. Oh well.
The Major spilled his guts all right. His nuclear arms business was just a rumor he was paid to spread around. He doesn't even know who's paying him. All his instructions came through a cutout. Well, who else would be behind it but Cypher? And this nuclear arms trading is clearly connected to that yellow cake. He thought the same thing, which is why he tried to investigate ZRS himself. He said something else that caught my attention. That ZRS are trying to kill some old man.
Yep.
How did one old man get that kind of attention?
Code Talker. I think we meet around mission 25, 26? Oh, yes. So, now my bond with my horse has increased to the point where I can tell it to poop on command. You might be thinking, why would you command a horse? How'd you even train a horse to defecate on command? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Ocelot's the one that taught it how to do it, and I'm really concerned about that knowledge. But what it does is, like, you can basically have the horse defecate in the path of, like, a Jeep or anything that's driving through, with the exception of, like, larger vehicles, like a big truck or a tank, and they'll hit it and they'll spin out and they'll be stunned. So if you want to, like, somehow intercept somebody, like, without having to kill them, like, way back, like, mission 8 or so, where I had to take down all the different tanks and stuff that were running around, and they had one guy I had to, like, rescue, and I had to kill everybody else but that guy to get him out of the Jeep. Now I can just have the horse poop in the road, they'll spin around, I can extract everybody, no problem. So it's very limited use, really.
Good. You captured
Why are
it
there so many
alive.
gerbils in Africa? And Afghanistan, like, they're all over the place. Yes, it's like, how do you teach a horse to poop? I mean, they're known for just doing it whenever they want to. I mean...
Boss, about those walker gears spreading all over Africa.
These are the questions that keep me up at night.
Come on back to base.
Loading mother base.
This.
Oh yes, here we
It's
go.
a variable multi-legged tank. A spin-off of Metal Gear technology.
Big fan of spin-offs, isn't he? I hear he borrowed from the Soviets in Costa Rica, too.
The design allows for a lot of freedom in setups.
This is another thing that got
It's
cut
based
from the
around
game,
a
but they
central
left this
core
in to
unit, so you can quickly
basically buffer
reconfigure
out
the
more
hardware to
missions.
suit any sort of mission parameters.
What the good doctor's trying to say is that it's customizable.
Naturally, it will raise the probability of success for standard missions. But it functions as an improved deterrent by increasing your preemptive strike capability against enemy elements. You just deploy it in a war zone, and its superior firepower puts the brakes on enemy attacks. Eventually, the whole war machine grinds to a halt. A true battle gear!
Do you think we should just, like, shoot him down?
I'm having deja vu here.
All over
I don't
again.
like him any more than you. But we need this.
You think it'll cut it in the field?
Turning radius is better than any tanks. That's great for regional skirmishes. Tech like this is popping up all among the PFs. Best way to deal with them is to fight fire with fire.
Don't know why you zoomed up suddenly here, but... Like, you couldn't hear us talk, like, 2 feet away.
I'll await your instructions then, boss.
So do we have your approval to commence development?
Fine.
Fine, it's just gonna get cut from the game anyway.
Consider yourself off the chopping block, Doctor.
Yeah, so basically now you have battle gears that you can develop. They're basically like super tanks with like railguns on them, okay? So you have to go on these missions, if I remember correctly, to pick up different items for it and develop it and so forth, and then it finally gets deployable and you don't get to play with them at all. They are not able to be deployed in the field. They're only for, like, where I send off people to do the missions, like to destroy the supply lines and things like that. That's where it's used. Certain missions require battle gears to be deployed. But basically what Kojima had said is that they had gone through and made it actually something deployable that I could play, if it was supposed to be in the game where you could summon it into the field, you can drive it around like you would any other vehicle and use it. But it was so overpowered, it just basically broke the gameplay. Like, if you got in one of these things, you could pretty much complete any mission as long as it was outdoors and just blow everything up, and nothing was a threat to you. So they decided, instead of nerfing it so it'd be a couple hits kills it or something like that, they just completely stripped it from the game. But they left the missions in place in order to pad out the missions, because half of the missions in this game, I think around mission 28 or so, you start repeating the same stuff over again, because about a good half of the game was not finished. Good 40% or so, I bet.
Got a new mission for you, boss. The client is one of the kids you rescued from that mine.
Project has been added.
According to the kids, people often disappear from the mine to a place called Nzoyabadiabulo, the Devil's House. On top of that, Saner's involved with the place. Check your iDroid for the mission details.
Poster. So, is Big Boss, is he passive-aggressive or aggressively passive? Anybody over here? Nope. Thanks, I really wanted to be a babysitter. You made my dream come true. Helicopter, get out of Dodge.
Roger.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at
Solar
LZ.
Bear!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Yeah, I would have loved it if they had kept the original premise where you could call in a helicopter to ferry you around whatever mission area you're in. I mean, I wouldn't do it during missions, but when you're outside of a mission, if you're free roam mode where you can just run around and do side missions, that would have been perfect. But it got axed, so you always have to come back to the aerial command, which is where you're just sitting in a helicopter, and then deploy back in, which is a waste of resources. Or you can just call in a vehicle or whatever, horse or D-Walker, and drive around wherever you want. But if it's halfway across the map, or it is all the way across the map, it can take a while.
Mission list updated.
Boss, I have the report on that cargo we stole from Cypher's truck. The PF was transporting two things. The analysis of that malachite has come back first. Naturally, the main compound is copper. There's also a small amount of cobalt. Nothing unusual so far. Southern Zaire is a well-known copper belt. However, in addition to these, we also detected a trace amount of uranium. The content percentage, though, is too low for nuclear development. It most likely came from Shinkalobwe mine. That's where the uranium in that area comes from. The mine's closed, as all the high-purity uranium ore dried up a long time ago. But you could probably still find it there in small quantities. That said, there are plenty of other uranium mines that are in operation, like in Niger, Namibia, South Africa.
That is a high
Why
cost to
go to an
develop.
abandoned mine to scrape up whatever's left and ship it out in mass quantities without refining it? They were transporting that yellow cake too, which would suggest they have the technology to refine uranium. Anyway, That about sums it up. Unfortunately, the analysis of that yellow cake is taking a little longer. I'll let you know when it's done.
Alright, so what mission do we have now?
Please select a mission.
Yeah, so this is where I'm going to do a side mission or so. I'm going to wait for my squirt gun to finish because this is where I'm going to run into the man on fire. So we're going to tackle a side mission, wait for the squirt gun to get done, and then worry about it in a minute. Kikongo, we're going to need an interpreter for that.
Select a landing zone.
And that's going to be a problem too because later on a vocal plague is going to hit that kills anybody speaking a certain language. And Kikongo is the language that is the problem. So I will lose every single staff member that I pick up who has that language, who speaks it. Which is not cool. So I try to not get too many people from Africa by picking them up. Because I remember the first time I did, it was like, because Africa has a lot of like higher end people, like bigger skills and things like that, and better soldiers. I remember I played on like on the PlayStation 4 the first time around. I think I had like 600 soldiers, and I lost almost 200 something to the plague. It's like, oh man, it was a major loss. Like my stats for like all the teams for developing stuff dropped by at least 10. I do not need D-Horse, but I will take Quiet. Yeah, she's got Guilty on.
Deploying.
Yeah, so instead of nanomachines in this game, you have parasites. And Skullface's evil plan is to basically wipe English off the face of the earth. That's his revenge because he was from some other country in World War II, got badly burned, and just got shipped around all over the place, and he doesn't remember his original language he spoke when he was like 4 years old. So he wants to get revenge on everyone speaking English. That's the entire plot of the game. That's the evil bad guy's plan, is to kill anybody who speaks English. Good job, Kojima. I mean, brilliant plan. That's amazing storytelling. Yeah, you think that like they'd equip him with at least a Super Soaker. I mean, they were all the rage. Well, I think like the 90s is when Super Soakers came out. But I mean, just like drop him in with like water balloons, something. Fire hose. Just drop an entire fire truck, water truck on it. Call in a water airstrike like they do, like they drop on forest fires with like water. Just have one of those things just come by and just hit them.
Development complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Dude, I am out of your range. Donkeys! The boys are gonna eat good tonight.
Analysis complete.
Dude. Okay, he didn't get held up for whatever reason. Sometimes it glitches out and it won't do that.
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Ik wil niet.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has
Subject on
been
board.
updated.
Leave the rest to us.
Damn it! Iemand help me!
A lot of containers over there. Oh, that's some good stuff.
Marker placed.
Hopefully that's where I need to go. And it's not, but you know what? I'm gonna take a detour.
Extraction arrived at
Codename
base.
Wild Ass. Oh yeah. Ass has gone wild.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been up. Analysis.
I think
complete.
Quiet's been shooting people without my consent.
Analysis complete. Buddy has infiltrated. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Development complete. Development complete. The map has been updated.
Okay, we'll drop. Usually these guys drop within 2 hits of a rifle round, but the handgun is a lot weaker. Oops, missed.
Development complete.
And again. Alright. Just like real life, aim for the torso, do not aim for the head.
Development complete. Development complete.
Where are you aiming at?
Analysis complete. Development complete.
There. Okay, that's who she's aiming at.
Guard post captured.
Another tower. Alright, so... Can't get this gun yet because it's underneath the canopy, which stinks.
Analysis complete.
You are not that good of a soldier, but I will hold you up.
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
You gonna extract him?
Analysis complete.
No, just go and round up all the materials, all the people. Rafting Beach.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Somehow my knees survive that and don't shatter. I mean, I can just imagine like how bad Big Boss is gonna move later on in life. Double knee replacement at like in a year or two, easily.
He's coming too. Roger that.
No diamonds or anything in here. If you're a kleptomaniac, this game is like the game for you. You just steal everything that's not bolted down, and sometimes things that are bolted down. Now, what really stinks is that you need these things with the, like, 10,000 bucks, I think? Well, at least for the wormhole is. These are, yeah, these are like 10,000 bucks each to extract them, but precious materials are hard to come across. And the ones that are like kind of a deeper brownish orange, whatever this is, I'm colorblind, so I'm not sure. These have more to them. Like that's 7,500 of fuel, so that is worth it. So now let's go get that interpreter I'm needing. Scout ahead.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Buddy has infiltrated and the map has been updated.
Ooh, more donkeys. The boys tonight will be eating carne de burro. See, where are you going?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I say this is the most like drug resistant. They must have used like that donkey in like drug tests. He is like drug resistant to everything. Him and Ocelot were part of the same study apparently. Yes, we decided to test out oxycodone on donkeys. Why? We found it funny. Oh good, Quiet's already found the guy I need. This is why I love Quiet. Like I said, she is awesome. The person, like the green 257 meter mark over there, is the person I need to get and extract as an interpreter, so she's already found who it is.
Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis
There should
complete.
be a Kikongo English interpreter somewhere in that area. If you extract him, it could be
Hey, it's
useful
Patrick.
for us.
So you're playing Tetris Effect, I think it was.
Analysis complete.
It was like literally like maybe about 4 minutes after I started streaming.
Analysis complete. Analysis
That was
complete.
Quiet, by the way, who decided to go ripping right by me. So how is it? I've seen people play it. Looks like it's super stylish Tetris. I'm not sure what they changed, really.
The map has been updated.
Swing and a miss. Body shot so you drop slower.
You gotta extract him.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
The guy inside a tent. No, he's right there.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
So why do they have an interpreter tied up? There are a lot of questions I always have about this game. I'm going to save one cargo container in order to extract out. I'll do the one over there.
Side Ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Ik wil niet, prik niet.
Unit function added.
Wacht, wat is dit?
Okay,
Enemy
you
presence detected.
terrible.
The map has been updated. Some will set shortly.
So is it like different modes or anything that's in it? Like I just don't know exactly what makes it different though.
Rain approaching.
Like that's the big thing. Is like I've just seen like it's Tetris. I'm like okay, but what about it?
Analysis complete.
There's also another rare Lutea up here. I think it is. Yeah, it's just up this hill. Get off there, Snake. Come on, be cool.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker placed. Analysis. You have arrived at your destination.
So I know there's like gold in one of these that I'm looking for in one of these little huts. There it is. Precious metal. Big Boss doesn't open doors like a mere mortal. Gotta smash them open. Who dares said that? Was it you? It was. Got him. Alright. I'll be going down in a minute. Where is that? There it is. It's up top.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Now once you pick up a plant, then it will stay that way. Like, it'll be marked on your radar. So, like, you always know exactly where the spawn points are at. So, when you do enough missions, I think it's 5 missions total, even if it's old ones, like, repeating, your stuff will respawn. Cargo containers and plants. So if you know where something rare is like that, you can just run back to it, like, whenever you're in free roam mode, and pick it back up and build it up. And now, let's get out of Dodge. Okay, cool. Ooh, I found the 4-toed hedgehog. No, I found the emblem for it, so I guess maybe I picked one up. Usually if you find an animal, yeah, it'll give you an emblem for it. Yeah, that one didn't move too fast, unfortunately. By the way, hedgehogs are almost completely blind. They are very short-sighted, and they run when they poop. Or they poop when they run, I should say, put it in the correct order. So that's something that they didn't really put inside the Hedgehog games. And they only run a total of like 6 miles an hour. They're not that fast. So Sega has been lying to you. I'm sorry to break it to you, but hedgehogs are neither blue nor fast, and they poop whenever they run. This is what you tune into my streams for, just quality facts and entertainment about people playing video games poorly and telling about which animals poop when they run. See? Exactly. Nope. Also, another thing, too, a lot of people don't realize is that, you know, human beings can actually jump higher than the average house, being that humans have legs and houses do not have the ability to jump. So technically, you can jump higher than a house. It's just all about how you phrase it. It's all about the context.
Please specify a project.
Water pistol, 5 minutes, okay. Do I have any better camouflage, please? Let me have better camouflage. No, I do not. Medical, improved damage resistance. I need a cybernetic specialist. It's like sleeping gas mines, another thing I never really use. Decoys do work well. Decoys are great. Flare, hand grenade, smoke grenade, sleep grenade. Get you going. Oof. We'll do it.
Please select a mission.
Body armor, machine guns, shotguns, and decoys. Decoys I don't mind at all. They can keep those there. But body armor is a pain in the butt, and I'm just definitely keeping an eye out for whenever they start adding in
Unit dispatched.
mines into the mix, because that's where you really don't want to tango with at all. So one more side op. And then we'll head on to the main mission and go against the man on fire. Oh, I hate this village. Any village you have like this? No, this is Lago de Har, never mind. I'm trying to think of where it's at. Where is it? Yeah, this place is a pain in the butt right here, because this is like going up a mountain. So there's like lots of places, verticality you have to deal with. There's lots of bad guys around. It makes it pretty tricky. So let's see, what's the fastest place? It's right next to an outpost. Let's do it here.
Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying.
Ah, bones a poppin'. Okay, so this is going to kill enough time for one, get somebody I need anyway, an intel agent. I'm not sure if it's going to unlock anything cool or not, but I'm just, like I said, that squirt gun is going to be of big importance. I'm not going to take it with me when I start the level, but I'm going to have it airdropped in. And it's not something you really want to keep with you, like, until the end. Like, you don't want to get into a squirt fight with this stupid thing, but it's handy if you have it, if you need it in a pinch.
Clouds approaching.
This is basically where I, like, rescued Miller at the start of the game.
Be careful down there, boss.
Okay, so So we're gonna send Quiet off to scout the area. There we go. Do your thing, little lady. And there are like 2 anti-aircraft guns here too, which are really good, which helps increase your security for your mother base, and also your forward operating bases whenever you get those available.
Infiltrated out the map. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
There's a Jeep there. Usually there's a gun right about here or so. There it is. And then there's another one up the road further.
Development complete.
There it is. And anti-air. Let's take that thing down.
Marker placed.
I don't think I have C4 with me. I think I took it off. Yeah, good job. Supply drop.
The map
Weapons.
has been updated.
C4.
Please select a supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Buddy has infiltrated out. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
So here I'm looking for somebody, but I don't know who. So this is going to be somewhat tricky.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, one of our staff has been captured
Extraction
by the enemy.
arrived at
He was
Mother
on the
Base.
staff at Mother Base 9 years back. Get our men out of there, boss.
The
To
map
say he's a
has been
critical
updated.
VIP would be a massive understatement.
He may be up in this hut, I think.
Buddy has infiltrated out. The map has been updated.
Hoping Quiet might be able to flush him out wherever he's at.
Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Steal me a Jeep.
You gonna extract him?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Okay, I don't know where this guy is. That's great.
Buddy has infiltrated out. The map has been updated.
Oh, right in the kisser.
Complete.
Oh, cool. Okay. I know who this is, I think. No, maybe I don't. Yeah, I know who it is. It's weird, because it's Hideo Kojima, who's in my mother base right now. He's already been assigned. Snake, I put myself in the game. What took you so wrong? It just says a lot better than that.
Took you so long.
Yeah.
We'll talk, but not here.
This is just exactly a repeat of when I rescued Kaz, but now with Hideo Kojima. So he wanted to be rescued by a big burly man is the lesson here.
The map has been updated.
This is usually a safer route over here, just make sure I'm not spotted. And diamond! Sorry, hold still. I know you're my creator and all, but I gotta get money. The money is important. Oh, that's right. I gotta tank out the anti-air radar. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put your butt down, like, right here, behind a rock. On this platform. Don't move. Actually, no, let's do it easier way. Fire support, bombardment.
Please select a strike point. Strike requested. Strike will commence shortly.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets. That's
requested.
put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close
Extraction
now.
arrived
You can
at
designate a
Motorbase.
landing zone near the outpost.
Defeated by gentle inclines again. Get the chopper. So you can land like the chopper closer, of course, but you're like right outside the base, so everyone's just gonna start shooting at it like crazy. Not the best move.
This is Pequod. On station at LC.
Psyops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction.
Alright, so now we're gonna go tackle the Man on Fire mission,
Gaining altitude.
which we get to visit Skullface's House of Horrors, where he's basically slowly testing out his parasites and killing people horribly, but it looks like a horror movie, like it's like a slaughterhouse, but it's not too long. It's not anywhere near as brutally violent as like the first mission was.
Departing.
Good.
Oh, thank goodness, another gerbil. It's like Big Boss's pet store, inconveniently located in the middle of the ocean, off the Seychelles Islands. We have gerbils. Richard Gere's like, oh, I need to go there. Yes, I know that's a urban legend. I had to do it. It was just too easy, too much fodder. Okay, so nothing special there, nothing there. More combat missions I can send people on. Shields. Ooh, shields are a pain in the butt, so they're starting to show up now. Decoys, surveillance. Get rid of shields.
Unit dispatched. Please select a mission.
Boss, the client this time is a child. One of the children you rescued from that mine. He wants us to save the boy who was their leader. His name is Shabani, and he was the oldest among them. Several days before you went to the mine, he was taken away to Nzoia Badia Bulu. Our search turned up a place the locals call by that name. Ngumba Industrial Zone. Nearby residents are terrified of it. They say the devil lives there, and that anyone who sets foot in it never returns. This industrial zone has long been abandoned, but it seems it was sold off a few years back to a certain corporation, Saner. And now the perimeter is tightly guarded by a PF. The reason is unclear. The same goes for why Shabani was taken away. But something is obviously going on there. Those kids from the mine really looked up to Shabani. The client has given us the last of their diamonds in return. Go get Shabani out of there, boss. Whatever Cypher's up to in the region, Shabani might just be our best lead.
Alright, so I gotta go rescue Ciabatta bread, so we'll go do that in just a second. I need to go run and grab a drink. The wicked dry mouth has struck once again, so let's do that here real quick. I will put on a little BRB video with the... Let's do some Super Mario Kart music instead. Yeah, that'll be awesome. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes or so, so hang tight. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about the delay. Like I said, it's the unfortunate downside of living on painkillers. And opioids that have been wrongly demonized by the current administration. Because one thing I have in my family is a lot of law enforcement officers. And the problem is fentanyl and not Vicodin or Oxycontin. So, unfortunately, the side effect for that is 1, constipation. That's not a problem. I take what I need to do for that. And 2, wicked dry mouth. And this thing comes out of, like, left field. Like, I was fine, everything there, until, like, literally before I was about to start the mission, like, all of a sudden the Sahara Desert just popped in my mouth. So, this... Oh, God, I gotta go through this place. Actually, I can head north and go through here. This is, like, a pretty good stretch where you're stuck going through here. Pardon me, it's, like, heavily defended. A lot of people, but you can also go up north and cut through this little valley right here. That's where I just was not too long ago. And then pop out this side, because I need to head over to this area, the industrial zone, so I'll probably head north.
Central Africa.
We're gonna go with our awesome cheetah print for this mission. Let's see. Night vision goggles I do not need. But I never know when I'm gonna need C4, so I guess... Oops, I thought I put them in there. Alright, took it out. There we go. Support weapons. Let's put C4 back in, just in case. It's helpful to have. Go.
Deploying.
Sadly, dressing like a cheetah does not give you the cheetah powers. You cannot become a cheetah man. You do not have the awesome ability to be in the Action 52 and become a Game of Horrible Legend. I think they ran Cheetah Man one time as part of the awful Games Done Quick block of the Games Done Quick. I think they did that, but I'll have to look that up later. Cheetah Man is like, if it's a hilariously bad game, it's so incredibly broken, but it turns out that there was a glitch, like you couldn't beat the game, but then someone figured out, like if you reset at the right time, like hit the reset on the Nintendo, it'll jump past it, but it's random. So there was actually a Kickstarter a couple of years back by the guy who had the rights to the Cheetah Man game and had been one of the programmers for that abomination. And he fixed the code so you could beat the entire game, and they re-released the cart, which is kind of neat. So let's see. So I'm going to mark the map to go up here. As I said, like, where it wants you to go, where it's trying to funnel you through, is not a good place to be. There are supplies, there are crates and things like that, but it's just a lot of... You'd have to trank a lot of people and stealthily get through, which is kind of a hassle.
Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
An outpost in a sunken road. Monoko Yanyoka. The Snake's Mouth. I get it. Looks like that's the only way to the objective area.
So you think. Shows what you know, Ocelot.
Marker Merker clouds approaching.
Merker clouds. No, not them.
You have arrived at your destination.
Poor Snake, making him run all over the place. Yeah, exactly. Why, look! Some more animals for my zoo. Some jackals.
Enemy presence detected. The map
Boss,
has
you
been
need to extract
updated.
the
Okay, don't
spawning
tell me about them
from
then, fine.
voice. You can check the target's VI on your iDroid.
I would sing like Sundown, but I can't do it well.
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected, and the map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Take a nap.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Alright, yeah, so I gotta go a long ways here. I think the bridge is
Marker placed.
still intact. I can't remember if it's always destroyed or not. Which I really don't need Quiet for this anymore, so let's just get rid of her. Sorry, Quiet. Let's do D-Walker.
Please select a drop point.
Sorry, Quiet. And I forgot how much running was in this mission.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Now, if I had gone through the original place it had wanted me to, like way down through this, there is a Jeep like right around here, where my cursor's at. So then if you knock everybody out when there's like 15 guards in here, which would take a while, then you can just kind of drive on through up to where I'm at now.
Buddy has arrived.
Even got a guard post there. Security sure is tight.
Analysis
Guess they don't want
complete.
anyone poking
The map
around.
has been updated.
How did that miss? There's only one guy out here. Nope, there's two. Never mind. Usually it's one. Have fun in Bloomland.
Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Where are your friends?
The map
help me!
So I don't know if D. Walker can fit through here or not. We're gonna find out.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Oh, boo. Alright. Should be able to walk up and over.
Mist. Supposedly the valley up ahead is covered in mist almost year-round. The objective area is beyond there. The bridge has collapsed. Looks like you'll have to go down through the valley.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a deployment point. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
So this game, like, conditions you to think that whenever you see mist that you're about to run into the Skulls unit, and you don't in this mission at all. It's just this place, for whatever reason, is always
Please
filled with
select
mist.
dispatch requested.
Is there... Let's put that there.
Buddy departing area of operations. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh, the horror music that kicks in. Alright, so let's see if I can get her to scout out, just make sure I didn't miss anybody.
The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated and the map has been updated.
That was a decoy, perfect. And another decoy. Alright, I'm doing great.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
Come along, doggo.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay, so it's actually going the right way. I'm not used to going this way because after this mission, this route gets blocked. like there's a like landslide or whatever, it seals it off so you can never go back to this area again.
You planning on jumping off the waterfall, boss?
Yeah, why not?
Go around.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. Or maybe is he? Alright, so I gotta go up the other way. I know there's another guy patrolling. There he is.
Complete.
Really?
Analysis complete.
That's where this game is like, it's getting random now with headshots if they decide to land or not.
There's a cliff blocking the way to the objective area. You'll have to take the path. You gotta extract him.
We'll see if you live or not, buddy. I'll give you a fighting chance. So if you ever played PT, this is what plays on the radio in PT, which was the playable teaser is what it stood for.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Basically, Kojima was working on the new Silent Hills game, and it was before the whole falling out with Konami and so forth. So I actually had PT on this PlayStation 4, which is the reason why I'll never sell it, because you can't really re-download it, or you can, but it's super convoluted and not guaranteed to work. But it's like super creepy. It's awesome. I love it. So this is the radio that plays part of like in PT in that playable trailer. But they decided to put it into this game too. They're also at some point in pre-production, like they were showing off demos and so forth. There was actually a dummy, like a decoy you could pop up, and it was, I think her name was Lisa from the PT, like the demon that chases you around and appears.
There's a lot of erosion in that tunnel. Could come down any minute. Watch your step.
Yeah, so this area you never come back to again.
You've reached the objective area. Now look for the target. I just hope he's
Drop,
alive.
weapons, we're gonna get the squirt gun.
Please select supplies requested.
And I'll probably also get a rocket launcher too, just to basically, you can kind of like stun him. It's not a really good idea, but you can also shoot out the water towers and so forth with rockets, so the more firepower you have, the better.
You have arrived at your destination.
Water pistol! Supply drop, weapons.
Sun will set shortly. Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
Yeah, this level always is like frustrating for me because you have to call in, you have to stun the man on fire and then call in a landing point for the helicopter, which can take time for it to show up and decide to hover down. But I got lucky last time with Huey when I had to extract him out of there and I was getting chased by the Metal Gear. Pardon me. Because for whatever reason the game didn't see me, but I don't think I'll be too lucky with that this time. One time I tried to extract, like I stunned the man on fire. Like I knocked him into this pool of water right here. And I tried to extract him out. The game doesn't do that. It's like the balloon pops and Miller yells at you for trying to extract him. I'm like, what are you doing trying to extract him? Run! Oh look, a House of Horrors. How nice. Once again, no operator would be using a white light, they'd be using red. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't touch that. It's like you don't know what it is or how contagious.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Oh yes. See, usually I get like daytime when I get through here. So this is like the first time being at night, which is more of a horror aesthetic to it. Oh good, I got a sleep grenade. It won't help me here, but... So apparently Big Boss never learned about infectious diseases, do's and don'ts. If you stumble across what looks like a slaughterhouse with human blood all over the place, 1, don't go in there. 2, you should probably be wearing a biohazard suit too if you see people with pustules that looks like the plague.
The boy sent me.
I'm presuming you speak English. For me.
En je må signet og bannetod. Nå går jeg bek i bunn.
Why am I wearing a Lone Ranger mask? I
Burn with the
don't
rest
know.
of them.
You don't have to tell me twice, dude.
Support helicopter requested.
What the hell is that?
Run, boss. It's him again. You can't
Man
let
on
him catch
fire.
you, boss. Get out of there.
Boss, I'll have the chopper touch
Oh, this
down
is
now.
so much more dramatic at night. I can't call it an alternate landing route yet.
He's coming.
What are you doing? Run!
So that's right, I gotta get out to over here first.
This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived. Has been updated.
Bullets aren't hitting him.
That's because I didn't try to shoot him.
Roger. I'll send the chopper. He'll shoot down the chopper if it lands now. Stop him before
Where
he
you at,
arrives.
dude? There he is.
Pequot. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by. Damn, he's about to counterattack. Take cover, boss.
Let me on, let me on, let me on. Haha, let's get out of here. Ah, crap. That's why I hate the friggin' chopper in this level.
Snake! Snake!
Unfortunately, he wasn't like. Usually, they programmed like the Man on Fire to be around these explosive things that you can like stun it with. And it's not going anywhere near him.
Damn it, the tunnel's blocked. Boss, I know it's risky, but I'm changing the LZ closer to your position.
Support
First stop
helicopter
him, then call in the
requested.
chopper. He spotted you. He's coming. No reservoir. Boss, think back to Cyprus. He avoided water.
Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
He absorbed the... Damn, he's about to
Support
counterattack.
helicopter has arrived.
Take cover, boss. Gaining altitude.
Haha, got it. Got lucky. Crap, he's still able to hurt me. Why are we circling around?
Departing.
Jeez. So I got lucky on that one too. So I was thinking like, okay, there's a lot of stuff in the way. The AI might get caught up in it. Got lucky. Whee! Yep, it definitely has that handheld look to it with the angles.
Skullface. So he was in Africa after all. Working behind the scenes, even that man on fire at his beck and call. But what the hell was going on at the Devil's House? Earphones embedded in people's throats, tapes playing voices. And those lumps on their chests. They look like the ones on the bodies at the oil field. The man on fire burned everything to the ground. But we were recording audio the whole time you were there. We'll conduct a thorough analysis of it.
Yay! Alright, so now what this command does with Quiet is, like, if I get into trouble, she will automatically start firing to cover me. Or I can just tell her to, like, to cover me, and she'll start shooting anybody on sight.
Good. You captured it alive.
Awesome. We can finally start playing the game. Boy bands on an adventure, pretty much. Let's see, what was it? Conan O'Brien. I'm trying to remember what the Clueless Gamer was the segment he did. He did one, I think he was playing with Elijah Woods. He was playing Final Fantasy 15 before it launched. Pardon me, which is pretty funny. Yeah, that's the one. Clueless Gamer. By the way, that thing's probably covered in horrible disease that the kid died from. Good luck. Oh, I've had it in my hand too, and I'm pretty sure I didn't wash everything off. So I've just brought the plague back to Mother Base. Good job.
Clouds approaching.
Boss, word has it that a Western arms dealer is going to be inspecting a CFA outpost. It appears he's involved with nuclear weapons development in the area. My hunch is that this guy is somehow connected to Cypher. I've got no proof, but we know Skullface
Okay, you always
is
have
working
these
for
hunches.
PFs in the region. Anyway, it just so happens a job connected to this inspection has come in. Take a look at your iDroid.
Where are the side ops? Let's see. Highly skilled soldier. Limited infantry. Tank unit. We'll do that. We'll do that last one here, a little side op, and then we'll probably call it for tonight.
Roger.
I got a special game planned for tomorrow.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
I'm not sure which one it is, but it's going to be interesting. It'll be a throwback to my past, at least. Also kind of bummed I haven't heard if my my retro tank, I don't think it's shipped yet. It was supposed to hopefully ship out on the 7th, yesterday. But I didn't get a confirmation email, so I don't know if it's going to take longer or not. Because when I get the retro tank, it's a line doubler. I'll be able to play Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, all those older games there directly through the Elgato, and they're going to look a lot better. So right now I have like this crappy little upscaler and it looks terrible, and this is going to look so much better. It'll be worth it. But unfortunately it's a one-man operation for the guy who is making these things, and this is like basically has been kind of releasing them in stages for pre-orders, so I don't know when exactly mine's going to ship out. It was projected to be the 7th, but I didn't get an email, so kind of wondering if I don't hear by Wednesday this upcoming week, I'll probably send off an email just inquiring about the status of the order.
Mission list updated.
Okay, let's do a side op. We'll do tank.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
I should be okay here. Sometimes for these tank missions, it drops you in. Like, it's like, oh, here's the mission area, and it like flies right through it, so the tanks instantly spot you and just open fire and blow you out of the sky. Not a good move. Let's see, support weapons. Let's do stun grenade. I don't need C4. And I'll forgo capture cage this time. Character. Scarf. Buddy, quiet, you can set this one out. You know, let's just cheat our way through this one. Why not? Stealth camo.
Deploying.
So basically, my job here is I need to go in and extract a tank. For now, it's just one tank, and there's usually like four or five soldiers around the area. Usually like 2 or 3 right next to the tank itself, and then a couple other soldiers next to a mortar round, kind of scouting out for anyone approaching. So you gotta be really careful taking it out, because if you alert that tank, it's pretty much game over, because I don't have a rocket launcher to try to fight it off with. But I do have my stealth camo, so I can cheat if I want to. Now, it is possible to do it without it. I've done it multiple times before. You just basically need to crawl up really slow, slowly trank the guys so they don't send off an alert, and crawl up to the tank on its blind spot so it can't see you. It's not too tricky, but we can get it done faster this way. There it is.
Be careful down there, boss.
Analysis
That's the
complete.
target.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
There's usually some other guys over here on a ridge, right about here, I want to say. Let's see if my sonar can pick them up. Not yet.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
There they are.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Now you can use the mortar tube, because I mean you're pretty well protected, and try to airstrike it out, but tanks are worth a lot of money, and they also go towards your defensive rating, towards Mother Base, so if you can, extract it.
He's coming too. Roger that.
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Whoa, whoa, what? How did that happen?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Someone explain that to me.
Subject on board.
Yeah, so I knocked everybody out with the tranquilizer round, and as soon as I got next to the tank, they all three of them woke up at once.
Side op
Because the
completed.
game's like, no, you're not knocking them out. Stand up.
Side
So
op
it was like,
updated.
what? Okay, that's something that weird that happened.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Roger.
Support helicopter.
Yeah, it was really
requested.
bizarre. Like I said, like they're all knocked out because I tranked them all. But as soon as I got next to the trank, like got within about probably 30 meters or so, they just all popped back up. Yeah, it's like, it's weird. PlayStation 4 version is far, far more glitchier than the PC. Because that PC is at patch 1.17 and PlayStation 4 is at 1.15, so... But the thing is though, like, even on PC, there's some weird things where, like, you'll knock somebody out and their gun will drop and it'll just be hanging in the middle of the air. Like, you'll have, like, suspended stuff in the middle of the air for whatever reason. I've seen that happen on the PlayStation 4 through this playthrough, like, ammo just hanging in the middle of the air, like, 3 feet off the ground. But it's not too common.
Departing.
Alright, we've hit the end of the stream for me. It's been over 2 hours streaming. I'm pretty beat up. So we'll call it for tonight. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We're, like Friendly Tiger, Nimix, Patrick, you guys are awesome. Definitely go enjoy Final Fantasy 15. Pardon me, Friendly Tiger. It's an interesting game. I played through like probably about half of it on PC. It's kind of cool. Very different for a Final Fantasy game, but it's definitely playable. So I will be back again 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Once again, if you don't know when that is, just type it into Google and it will tell you. I also post up my stream information on Twitter at Worsel555, so usually about an hour or two ahead of time, so that way you can know if I'm going to be streaming, kind of hint as to what it is, or if I need to cancel it, it'll be there. And tomorrow will be fun. I'm going to be playing probably a game I haven't played in a while. I'm not sure which one, so it'll be interesting. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys next time. Let's roll that wonderful end videos. Not that one. How about we do this one?
9 years ago, their private army was decimated by a secret organization. These men promptly escaped to a new base off the coast of Africa. Today, still hunted by XOF, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can fight them, maybe you can hire the D-Dogs.